2.
Welcome back to 101 Sports. I'm now joined by Jason Vonick and Matt Dowdle. Boys, we're talking NFL, okay? We got 3 undefeated teams left through 3 weeks. So my first question for you guys is, which team's first 3 wins have been the most impressive?
I think it's pretty clear. The Atlanta Falcons have done an amazing job thus far. Competition-wise, they've made every team they've played pretty much look mediocre. I mean, the offense and on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, we all knew Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, Gonzalez, Roddy White, all of them had potential. Right. But this year, it's I think exceeded expectations. And like I said, on the defensive side of the ball, same thing. They're producing. Right. They're holding opponents down, both yardage and with points per game. They're doing a solid job.
Yeah, and the defense has really been impressive because they've always focused on their offense, and the defense leads the league in forced turnover, so they're playing well. Can't go against that. But I also like what the Cardinals have done because it's a surprise. No one thought the Cardinals were going to be 3-0. And to be 3-0, they had to go to New England and beat the Patriots and beat the Eagles, and they did that by 3 touchdowns. So I'm impressed. Not only that, they didn't know who their quarterback was going to be this summer, so I like what they've done so far. Falcons have done well, too.
The only reason I don't like what you're saying is because their games have not been super pristine. I mean, they beat the Patriots on some there's some arguable calls in there. It hasn't been perfect for me.
I see what you're saying, but 3 wins is 3 wins, and I don't think anyone saw that coming from the Arizona Cardinals. Now, guys, my next question for you is, which team, of all these 3 teams, which team's defensive unit or offensive unit is most responsible for their wins? Take it away.
Well, you say unit, and that's why I'm going to pick the Texans because they're always good on offense. That's kind of a given. But their defense, run and pass defense, are both top 5 in the league. So, what?
One player.
No, it's not.
JJ, I turned the lights on to 100-degree watts.
He can control the secondary. He can control a secondary. Jonathan Joseph has played well. Their secondary is also playing well. So that's made them a complete team. And not only that, but Jason, they lost Mario Williams and D'Amico Ryans in the offseason.
Jason, I'm stuck with Watt, and that's about it. And aside from that, I think the defense has been great, but they're not the most impressive. I'm going with the Cardinals, man. The Cardinals' defense. Again, their offense to me, the Cardinals' offense has been great. But their defense has been phenomenal. I mean, holding Tom Brady 2 field goals into 1 touchdown, I believe, against the Patriots and the Eagles, which they have underperformed by far, but they still are supposed to have an explosive offense. Cardinals have done a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, Matt, I got to look at your way on this one. As I said, no one saw the Cardinals being here, and it's all defense all the time in Arizona right now, so I got to go with you. Now, guys, our last question of the day. Out of these 3 teams who are still undefeated, which team has the best chance to remain undefeated throughout the year?
I'm going to go back to my first answer with the Falcons, and I think it's pretty clear why. They have not played anyone in their division yet, and Carolina is not going to be able to compete with them. Neither is Tampa, and New Orleans has looked awful. That right there is 9-0, and the rest of their games, they don't have much more competition. They don't have much more. Who are they going to play?
They still play 4 playoff teams from last year, and let's face it, you need to be special to go 16-0. That's why it's so rare. The Falcons cannot stop the run, and they can't even run the run, so they can't do it.
They can run the run. They have Turner and Jack.
Not as of right now. He's got to pick it up, though. The Cardinals, no. 6 teams from last year's playoffs, not even a little bit. The Texans are the only team that have a chance because of their balance, but it's not going to happen. The Browns have as good of a chance as any of the teams, and they've already lost.
No, Jason, the Browns don't have as good of a chance. That's not a logical argument. The Browns have maybe as good a chance as perhaps the St. Louis Rams, not as the Falcons.
The Falcons have a chance, but it's not going to happen. It's too tough to do, and they're not special.
Guys, maybe the Falcons can't run the run, but we can talk the talk. That's for sure.
Well played, Curt. Well played.
I thought you'd like that one. There you go. I've worked on it. Time for us to step away, but when 101 returns, Joe will be joined by our college football experts to discuss who is the most exciting player in the game today. Stay tuned.